Look, if this country's gonna survive the shitstorm coming our way, we need real deal champions of the working class, not influencers, and not performative politicians with their sleeves rolled up, pretending they know what a busted knuckle feels like. I'm talking about people who actually live it, who've paid rent late, who've worked doubles, who've had to decide whether to fill a prescription or fill the gas tank. We don't need cosplay senators. We need fearless leaders who will take the fight to our enemies and win. And unfortunately, John Fetterman ain't one of them. Now I know some of you are already bristling, but Mike, Fetterman wears hoodies, just like us. Yeah, and Batman dresses like a fucking bat. Doesn't mean that he is. So let's talk facts. John Fetterman is a trust fund baby. Grew up on family money, got handed a government paycheck for most of his adult life, lived off his parents into his 40s, and then somehow, he branded himself as the voice of American working men. Sound familiar? This guy's never had his sweaty utility shut-off notice, never had to risk his life doing actual blue-collar work, but he puts on a Carhartt like it's a damn costume and suddenly the media fawns over his gritty authenticity. Fucking spare me. Now I wasn't even gonna bring the guy up until I read something that stopped me cold. This week, NBC News reported on what went down behind closed doors as the Senate mulled over Donald Trump's so-called big, beautiful bill. Legislative Hail Mary that if passed would give ICE expanded powers, flood the southern border with militarized enforcement, and take us one step closer to a police state dressed up as policy. Most Democrats were doing what Democrats always do, hemming and hawing, looking at poll numbers. But guess what Fetterman said? And I quote, "I just want to go home." That's what he said. When the stakes were sky high, when ICE expansion was on the table, when civil rights are being carved up and auctioned off, the man who claims to speak for the working class said,
"Oh my God, I just want to go home. I've missed our entire trip to the beach. My family's going to be back before we."
"I just want to go home." You know who doesn't get to go home, John? The immigrant dad ICE snatches in front of his kids. The minimum wage worker caught in a broken system who needs a senator to fight, not fold. The millions of Americans whose lives will be forever changed if that fascist fever dream becomes law. But sure, John, go the fuck home. Do your Instagram thing. The rest of us will stay here and do the goddamn work. I'm sick of all these phonies. If you call yourself a working class hero, try actually standing up for working class people. Because when the chips are down, we don't need fashion statements and photo ops. We need goddamn fighters.